Good morning. What's my hair doing? What the hell is that? It's Tuesday once again. Oh dear. Can't be bothered. Slightly late at night last night after going out for a meal with Emma's parents. See if we get an earlier night tonight. It was a bit of fun and games trying to get the video off of my phone. It just didn't want to do it. So, yeah, that was a bit of fun. So, we're hoping it'll be a slightly easier day today. Ooh, an earlier night. I'm getting too old for this. Going out larky. Alright, see you guys later. Good afternoon. It is home time once again. I've broken 200 views in total now on the channel. Impressive stuff. Averaging over 30 views a video. Pretty good, pretty good. Admittedly, a third of the views come from the first one. That's now up to 70 views. It's wherever the average is getting yanked up pretty high. Mostly over the cold now, just a bit of cough. And just sort of trying to get through the week now. It's already Tuesday. Well, Tuesday's over now, so there's 2 down, 3 to go. I stood talking to someone in the kitchen at work when I was washing up my mug towards the end of the day, and asked me what I did at the weekend. And I just sat there and went, what did I do on Saturday? Again? What do I do with my life? I couldn't remember for the life of me. I'm always going to have to start watching my own videos just so I remember what's going on. And now, people joke about me being an old man, and then I started saying I'm an 80-year-old trapped in a 20-odd-year-old's body. But I'm going to start having senior moments like that where I can't even remember what I did 3 days ago. Pretty worrying. Imagine what I'd be like when I actually doubt I get into my 80s. Just don't see it happening. I don't know why. Admittedly, average life expectancy now for men, I think, is sort of tail end of the 70s, low 80s. Women, sort of like low 80s, low to mid 80s. Women tend to live a couple of years longer than men, on average. I'm not sure if anyone's ever actually truly explained why. Assuming no disease or unnatural causes death, why the average life expectancy is higher for women than men. And my girlfriend's quite a few years younger than me. You know, she could end up spending at least a decade, if not longer, after I've passed, which is quite a weird thought, really. I was going to say outlive me for a decade, but technically, as I've lived a few years before, work out. Only a couple extra years. Oh look, someone from work in front of me. Wave. Not paying attention. There we go. Hi Aarron. You actually do watch more than the first 2 videos. You got yourself a shout out and a wave in person and on video. There's a trouble, as I've probably commented before, that while there's not a huge amount of traffic on country roads around here compared to big cities, it's just the fact that there is basically 1 or 2 routes everywhere, so everyone drives along the same road, so you have a lower volume, but because there's only one outlet, it takes just as long and it looks just as bad. Problem is you're probably not going to get the investment round here because all the money is made in the cities. So you're going to invest in the cities, and it then just becomes a sort of self-fulfilling prophecy that all the money is made in the cities because all the money is spent in the cities. So the rest of it just sort of collapses. Explain why younger people are struggling to find jobs, because unless they live in the city they can't get a job, they can't move to the city until they've got a job, can't afford to live there on the pay they've got, they can't afford to move out, but the travel would be too great to travel in to get to work. And with train prices going up as well, that's another ridiculous thing, is the amount we pay in terms of train tickets, and then you're not guaranteed a seat. You know, cattle are transported in better conditions than you find on some trains, especially the commuter ones. And we all complain about how poorly our trains are run. The thing is, they're actually owned by German companies. When everything was denationalised and sold off by Maggie Thatcher, sold off, and as German train companies brought it, and our government subsidises train travel, believe it or not. But those and any profits that are made by the train companies get farmed off over to Germany and spent on improving their rail service over there. So basically, the reason why the Germans have such a great rail system is because we've bloody paid for it. It's just, you know, it's a government looking to get some money short term and sold off assets which are now being strip mined, and we're going to just end up losing out. We're already losing out. And I was Beeching, I think it's Beeching, my dad's number one, you know, public enemy number one for my dad, even though the guy's long dead. I think it was back in the 60s he issued a report saying that we didn't need the railways as much anymore, and that they should basically, they just sold off whole great chunks of the railway to developers who turned it into homes, and a lot of routes have disappeared. But now, you you get to the point with overcrowding on the roads and traffic, and the way round it is encouraging people to go with public transport. But what's the point in going by bus? Is you then sat with a whole bunch of strangers stuck in the same traffic you were in your own car. But in your own car you can listen to your own music and do what I'm doing now without people being able to see as much and think that you're completely mad, or get annoyed by you listening to your music at a loud volume, even with your headphones, and it still escapes. But by train you would avoid those traffic jams, but those routes aren't there. Like a lot of people travel from one town near to where I work. A lot of people travel in from there, and if there's a train service, it would work out brilliant, because it is a bit of a roundabout route, and also you wouldn't have to drive through the town, which is a pain in the backside as well. Not really very car friendly, that town. But it doesn't have a railway station, and I'm pretty sure I've seen, because my dad's a big steam and railway buff, some books of old lines and old stations in the county of Wiltshire, and I'm pretty sure that town used to have a train station. Doesn't anymore, and if it did, it probably would have gone to the town I work in. That would have saved an awful lot of people, an awful lot of aggro getting to and from work. Unfortunately, it doesn't exist anymore, so they can't use it. They're stuck in cars, in traffic. It's just rubbish. I think now I'm, stuck in this roundabout. Where are you? Escaping. Only just started signaling. Alright then. That's enough ranting today. I'll probably name this one Railway Rants. Anyway, good evening, good night.